Welcome back to SEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. I'm Paul Wappel along with Adam Anderson, and we are awaiting the start of the second half. Before we do that, we'll check in with Brendan Cullerton. Brendan?
Guys, here with Rochester coach Derek Leonard. You hit that big pass at the end, but you think you could have hit a lot more during that first half.
Yeah, gosh, we just had a few drops and hey, big game. I think it was feeling the jitters, and I think overall played well. Defense is playing great. Their defense is playing great, and it's been a good game. We just got to get it going, get it rolling.
So you're not going to change much. You're just going to do more of the same. Hope it works out.
Yeah, we just got to make plays. To hit we just got a few catches that we thought, we got to come back with those and be able to run the ball a little bit better. That's the big adjustment. So.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Adam, Paul.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Appreciate the insights. You take a look at the 4A state rankings. Belleville-Eltoff Catholic ranked number 1, 6-0, and Rochester undefeated. Of course, we talked about them. And interesting about Belleville-Eltoff, ranked number 1, that's the team, of course, that knocked out Rochester in the playoffs last season in a shootout. Down in Belleville.
And I know the big one is number 3, Chicago Phillips. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. October 11th, the Chicago Public School teacher strike is still scheduled. If that strike continues into Week 8 and Week 9, Chicago Phillips will not be able to participate in the playoffs, which will create a lot of different scenarios for every class.
And Mount Zion ranked 9th in this week's poll, 5-1. We saw Mount Zion a couple weeks ago, Friday Night Rivals. They beat a good Taylorville team.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very impressive in the win over Taylorville, and Taylorville is too one of the better 4A teams this season.
And we got a few scores we'll go ahead and mention. At halftime, Lincoln and Springfield High tied at 14.
Lincoln and Lanphier.
Lincoln and Lanphier. I checked that. I apologize. Yes.
Springfield High was down 1 to Decatur Eisenhower, 22-21. In the third quarter, North Mac was up 28-21 on Athens. Also in the third quarter, Pleasant Plains and New Berlin were tied at 3, so a tight ball game there in New Berlin. Some other scores, 21-14, Glenwood over Jacksonville at halftime.
All right, so some other key games in the area tonight. Donnie Tillman and David Coy from ABC News Channel 20 will have all the scores and highlights from the area tonight at 10:15 on the Friday Night Rivals report on ABC News Channel 20, as I mentioned, and they do a great job, and enjoyed talking to them as always on the earlier tonight. So down to Brendan on the sidelines. Brendan?
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Siegel with the Foot and Ankle Center of Illinois, and you guys are doing some interesting stuff. You've got extremity MRIs. How does that differ from a regular MRI?
Well, it's actually a lot different. The extremity MRI is unique because you don't have to sit inside of a tube. You're out in the open. Your extremity goes inside of the tube. You're watching TV as your MRI is happening. It's a very pleasant environment. Most people fear MRIs because you have to go inside of a tube. You get claustrophobic. There's weight limitations. With ours, you just sit there and watch TV while your extremity is being MRI'd. It's very comfortable. Very unique. The only place in Central Illinois that offers that.
All right, thanks, Dr. Siegel. There's a lot going on. We'll throw it back to you, Adam and Paul.
Thank you very much. So the Rockets get the ball here in the second half, and a lot of running there and get the ball out to the 30-yard line. So decent field position for the Rockets.
Avante Cox was maybe a one more broken tackle away from taking that one to the house. He did a lot to get that. Probably needs a little bit of a breather before he comes back out on offense.
Stayed on his feet for a long time. So there you see Derek Leonard. We got his thoughts at halftime. 1st and 10 from the 30. Back to throw is Baker, tipped, and can't hang on to it is Matt Wyke for the Rockets.
And that was something Coach Leonard just talked about, is you got to eliminate the drops. You need to make some plays, and that's what they need to do. Again, can't start off with a drop there on a short pass on first down.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Opening series in the third quarter. There's the handoff. And pushed back and stacked up. There's Nick Dameron.
Yeah, Jack Clement, 61, the nose tackle right there. Didn't let him do anything.
Brings up 3rd down and 9. Empty backfield for Baker. Back to throw is Baker. It's picked off at the 34-yard line and brought down at the 30-yard line. The Cyclones come up with a huge turnover here in the third quarter, Adam.
Nolan Reevy steps in front, bats it in the air. Great job. He had just blanketed coverage over there. That would have been a tough throw for Baker to make anyways. Great job by Reevy.
Great concentration by Reevy. And the Cyclones with the ball on the 30-yard line of Rochester.
Not how you wanted to start off if you're Rochester. You went in with all that momentum, and you have now lost it here coming out into the second half.
So Tim Brenneisen at quarterback for the Cyclones. Hands off. Up the middle. Back to maybe the line of scrimmage.
It's
For the Cyclones.
Tristan Blair. Yeah, came in for Tremaine Lee. Might see him a little bit more. Lee had a ton of carries there in the first half.
And Lee is in next to Brenneisen now on 2nd and 11. Lost one on the play. Brenneisen back to throw. Looks, and hit and incomplete. I thought that was a pretty close play. I was surprised I didn't see a flag. But
pretty bang
play.
So. Yeah, so it would have been tough on
Michael Healy, the intended receiver for SHG.
Bryce Casey on the coverage. SHG sideline pretty fired up about that. Thought there should have been a flag thrown.
3rd and 11. Handoff to Lee. Left side. Stacked up by Chase Kuntzman and a couple of other Rockets at about the 28-yard line.
Big 4th down coming up. Rochester needs to get a stop here so there's no harm on that turnover. Get the ball back kind of where you had left off.
All right. 10:05 to go in the third. 4th down and 7 for SHG. And this will be a 45-yard attempt.
Be a big kick.
Field goal attempt for the Cyclones. Colin Boyd. It looks long enough, and it is good. A 45-yard field goal. So the Cyclones capitalize on the turnover. It is 20-7. They lead Rochester. We will take a short timeout. Back with more third quarter action from Cyclone Stadium. You're watching Seth Hughes Friday Night Rivals presented by Illinois Pork Producers. Stay with us. Welcome back to Seth Hughes Friday Night Rivals presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Paul Wapple and Adam Anderson at Cyclone Stadium. 9:41 to go in the third quarter. The Cyclones strike again. They capitalize on the interception thanks to a 45-yard field goal by Boyd for the Cyclones. So good leg there. He had plenty of leg on that kick, Adam.
Yeah, that was a beautiful kick. He could have moved back probably 7-8 more yards and still had enough leg to get it through.
So the Cyclones will kick off to the Rockets. Colin Boyd, who has a couple of field goals tonight, will do the honors. Short kick. Fielded cleanly by the Rockets. That was a bullet at the 47-yard line. So the Rockets, out of that, will get great field position, something they certainly need, trailing 20-7, Adam.
Great job by Nick Capriati right there. I don't think they were actually trying to kick that off of him. I think they just wanted a low kick, and it hit him, and he did the right thing and just jumping right back on that football. That could have been disastrous for Rochester.
So 1st and 10 for the Rockets. See how the Rockets play this series. Baker, quarterback, going to keep it. Up the middle to about the 49-yard line, gain of about 3. I wondered, Adam, if we'd see a change in quarterback, as the Rockets have done on occasion, but we'll see if Derek Leonard stays with Baker, who's done a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, he has talked to Josh Grant on the sideline a lot, but just nothing's come of it.
So incomplete on the pass there.
Coming to Matt Wyke again. Just a low throw. It would have been a tough catch for Wyke to make, but again, right back into another big third down.
Third down and 7 to go. Empty backfield for Baker, who looks to the sidelines. Maybe changing the play. And he is set. Low snap. He's going to keep it. Left side, and the Cyclones read that one.
Yeah, nowhere to go right there. They read that one immediately. It would have been just a simple quarterback power play to the outside. A lot of black jerseys out there for Baker.
I think Baker looked a little frustrated there, and we heard both Leonards talk about their teams and the defenses. They both a lot of respect for the defenses, and a lot of times in big games, it's true. The defenses, somebody has to come up big. And there's the punt on 4th down. It's a good one. Fielded at the 5, and can't quite get to the 10. So the Cyclones will take over there. Spencer Red on the return for the Cyclones.
Yeah, he kind of picked that one up because it bounced right at him. Most of the time you tell your guys you put your heels on the 10 and you don't go backwards. So maybe a little ill-advised, but he made something out of the return and got a few more yards than he would have.
Boy, the Rockets could sure use a turnover here. Something to.
Yeah, SHG's had two botched handoffs, but both they've been able to recover. At some point, Rochester would just hope maybe it bounced their way.
1st and 10 from the 9 for Tim Brenneisen and the SHG offense. Handoff to Lee. And some positive yardage on the play. And I want to let you know that Friday Night Rivals is available streaming live online. Log on to CW23TV.com and click on the Friday Night Rivals link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. And there goes Tremaine Lee, a highlight reel. And this could be a highlight across midfield, down to the 40, finally drug down at about the 30-yard line. So a huge pickup there. 37, 50-yard run for Tremaine Lee, just like that. He's explosive.
He changes the game. He is a special player. He just turned it on right here as he got to the corner. He put it in a gear that not a lot of people in the world have, and a great job by the SHG wide receivers to block downfield for him, too.
And that was a Casey's General Store 1st down for the Cyclones. And on 1st down, the Tremaine Lee with the ball again. The run. 7:35 to go, 3rd quarter. There's the handoff to Lee, who has a hole close to the 20-yard line.
It's going to be a little short of a 1st down. Looks like they'll need about a yard.
So 3rd and short. And the Cyclones with a little bit of a hurry-up offense so far in this one. And Brenneisen with a handoff. And looks like there's plenty 1st down and a little more than that for the Cyclones. And good for a Casey's General Store 1st down.
When you got an offensive line like that and a running back as specials, Tremaine Lee, you can make a lot of easy calls there on 3rd and short and just try to get him the ball and get him behind those guys.
And the Cyclones, again, are in the Shields red zone. And Brenneisen trying to draw the Rockets defense off sides. There's a handoff left side. Nothing doing this time for Brian Adams, the junior running back.
Outside of a few big game-changing runs, SHG really hasn't had a ton of success running the football. A few 10, 12-yard gains here and there, but Rochester's done a good job of slowing them down and not letting them get loose.
They really have. Tristan Blair in the backfield as well. Brenneisen after the bobble snap. Keeps it, goes up the middle, and a good pickup there for Brenneisen. Didn't think he had much, but he sure did. To about the 12-yard line.
He took a big hit on the end of that play, too, so good job of Brenneisen making something out of nothing. That was a broken play. I don't think everybody was ready for that snap. So
third down and 5 for the Cyclones. Lee in motion. Brenneisen with the handoff. Left side, got a hole, and into the end zone. Touchdown is Tristan Blair, number 32. That is a Young Security touchdown, and another $50 to a local charity. This week's charity is Contact Ministries.
Great job by SHG. You took the focal point off of Tremaine Lee, and you got another great running back, Tristan Blair, who would play and start probably at any other team in the state. He's done a great job just when he can to step up and make plays.
So 26-7.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Trying to make it a 28-7 game and make it a 3-touchdown difference. Brenneisen in at quarterback.
All I know is Rochester better pay attention. There's nobody out covering the wideout for
Now they're switching, and a little confusion there looked like, but up the middle and stretching into the end zone. Is he in? No signal from the officials. Tristan Blair with no, he was stopped short. So
the ball popped loose as he was trying to reach out, so I don't think he got it.
26-7. All right, we'll take a short break. Back with more third quarter action from Cyclone Stadium. You're watching CEFCU Friday Night Rivals presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Back with more in just a minute. Welcome back to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals presented by Illinois Pork Producers. I'm Paul Wapple along with Adam Anderson calling the action tonight. Cyclone Stadium, 5:26 to go in the third quarter. The Cyclones with a 26-7 lead after the touchdown run. And Adam, the Rockets need to get something going here in the third.
Yeah, they got to get in the end zone. Their defense has been on the field a lot this game. Their offense has got to get a sustainable drive, and they got to get some points here.
Boyd with the kick. Fumbled, dropped at about the 10, now at the 5. Better pick it up, and he does at the 2. Almost went back in the end zone. Oh, and hit hard on the play. And the Rockets are buried deep inside of their own territory.
Yeah, that was Parker Flynn, number 9, the senior, just came squirting through his hands out there. And
Matt Brenneisen more than happy to make the tackle on that play. Wow. So tough going here for the Rockets, but they've got a high-powered offense. We've talked about it. You know about it. And you see the recap of the scoring drive. 91 yards, took 3 minutes and 4 seconds, capped by the Blair touchdown run.
The big play, though, was the 50-yard run there by Tremaine Lee. Really turned it in the field position into a different game.
And we've got a flag down on the field.
It's going to be a delay of game, I believe.
And the Rockets certainly going the wrong way here.
On the offense,
illegal substitution.
half the distance to the goal.
Don't know. Oh, they had 12 guys on the field.
So
I was a little confused for a second. I didn't think you could have a legal substitution. I didn't see anybody come out there, but
1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. So the Rockets in their own end zone. Baker at quarterback. Cyclones are bringing the defense, and the Rockets get out of the end zone on the carry down up to the 10. So some breathing room for Rochester as Alec Ostermeyer with a good carry and a nice pickup for Rochester.
Yeah, haven't called his name a lot tonight. Derek Leonard wanted to run the ball a little bit more, but he might have to go to what they do best, and that's throw the football.
Another handoff, this time stacked up. At about the 12. So nothing there. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Rockets. who are in their hurry-up offense, if you will, and trying to get something going. Back to pass. There's a fake. Baker going across the middle. Caught at 50 to the 40. Down to the 30. He will go all the way to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Colin Stallworth with the touchdown, and the Rockets are right back in it with 4:14 to go. That is a Young Security touchdown and another $50 for charity. This week's charity, Contact Ministries. Adams, how's that?
It wasn't a beautiful throw by Baker, but Stallworth just kind of got lost behind the defense there. I think they kind of underestimated if he was going to take off. Number 11, Jack Bull, just kind of lost track of him, and he took it the distance.
And the Rockets, 26-13. Rockets will attempt the extra point. Josh Grant, the holder.
This game is a long way from over, folks.
High snap, kick is up, and it is good. So the point after attempt is good by Clay Allowell. And it is 26-14. Just like that, the Rockets are back in it. CW, and I want to let you know at this time, we're going to take a listen to the sounds of the game, brought to you by Central Illinois Hearing.
Where's the rest of the team to help them up?
Lift your trucks. See, tight end, pull. Reach your
All right, so thanks to Central Illinois Hearing for sponsoring our sounds of the game, and a lot of good sounds, a lot of good sights tonight here at Cyclone Stadium. High school football, and again, we said it a number of times before the game, and I think this is probably the biggest game in the state of Illinois tonight, Adam.
Yeah, if we're getting the attention of everybody around the state, Chicagoland, Southern Illinois, everybody's paying attention to this game tonight.
And it's a deep kick, and the Cyclones will not get the opportunity to return it. So 26-14, the Cyclones with the ball and the lead here in the third quarter. 4:14 to go, and you see the recap of the scoring drive for Rochester, capped by the 89-yard touchdown reception by Colin Stallworth.
He is a special wide receiver. Hasn't made a ton of plays tonight, so
and 1st and 10 from their own 20. The Cyclones, Tim Brenneisen. Shotgun formation. Gives it to Lee, right side. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. And I want to let you know that CW23 is your home for comedy. Last Man Standing, starring Tim Allen, has joined the weeknight comedy lineup at 4, followed by 2.5 Men at 5. Two Broke Girls at 6, and Modern Family at 6:30. Weeknights right here on CW 23. 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Rolling and running now is Brenneisen, slides at about the 35-yard line. And that is good for a first down, and that is a Casey's General Store first down. So, Adam?
yeah, it looks like here on the sideline, Josh Grant is warming up, so hopefully everything's okay with Baker, but Grant is throwing a few more passes here than we've seen him throw on the sideline than he has all night.
We'll see if he comes in when the Rockets get the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Lee with the ball. Finds a hole, breaks a tackle, and is across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. And that's the thing, Adam. I mean, pickup of 7 is a great way to start a drive on first down, but it's incredible because he can break it any time.
Yeah,
and you just don't know.
He can turn a 2-yard play. If you take a look there, 32 carries, 271 yards. And I bet he'll be the first one to tell you he's earned every one of those 271 yards here tonight.
2nd and 3. Brent Eisen to throw across to the 40, incomplete. And couldn't quite connect with Jack Bull.
Yeah, almost brought that in. Great coverage by the Rockets there, too. The tight window to fit that one in for Brenheisen. And a big 3rd and short here for Rochester. Need a big stop.
They could use one indeed. 3rd and 3. Low snap and a flag, and somebody moved.
You're going to get a false start on SHG. They're up back. Got a little bit of a head start to get in there.
The Rockets fans enjoying that call.
Snap, false start.
It'll make it 3rd and 8. So
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Rockets could use a stop here. .245 to go. 3rd quarter. SEPQ, Friday Night Rivals. Brent Eisen back. Throws left. And it is complete near the 1st down marker. And let's see if they mark it. Michael Healy with the reception for the Cyclones.
Great job by Michael Healy. Bryce Casey was all over him, and he came down with that football. It's going to be close. They've got 4th down on the.
And the Rockets want. It's 4th and okay. It's 4th and short for the Cyclones.
There's a lot of big boys in there right now.
4th and short. The Cyclones will go for it. There's the handoff to Lee. And I don't know if he got it. I don't think he did from our vantage point.
From where he's running in.
Cyclones, of course, saying they have it. And they give him the 1st down. So that is good for a Casey's General Store 1st down for the Cyclones.
Tough to see there with what's going on.
1st and 10 from the 45. Hand off to Tremaine Lee, right side, flag on the play. Lee across midfield, takes a few people with him down to the 45-yard line of Rochester.
Not sure what the penalty is going to be. Came on the far side. Illegal motion there.
Against the Cyclones. So that'll push them back.
Promotion. Replay 1st down.
I think the Rochester
Motion,
sideline's
offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Has been kind of trying to get the refs here on those all night. And now it's starting to pay off. I think the refs are paying a little bit more attention to it.
1st and 15 now for SHG. Tremaine Lee in the backfield. He's joined by Tristan Blair. Blair in motion. Brent Eisen gives to Lee, who cuts back to the 43-yard line. As the clock continues to run here in the 3rd.
Yeah, they are taking their time here. They have a heavy set. You know, what that means is they've taken out some of their wide receivers. They've put in a few more linemen, fullback type guys. They're trying to wear them down here.
2nd down and 12. Blair in motion. Hand off to Tremaine Lee, who cuts left. Still on his feet, brought down. Nice play by the Rockets D there.
Yeah, great tackle by number 11.
That'll fire him up.
Skylar Caruso. He doesn't make that tackle. Tremaine Lee could have been gone.
Inside, a minute to go. 3rd down and 12 for SHG. Ten on the play clock. Lee in the backfield. Brent Eisen back to throw. In trouble. Gets it away. Complete to Lee at the 40. To the 45. To midfield. Still on his feet. The 45. The 40. 35. Finally brought down at the 34-yard line of Rochester.
Great.
So a big first down there, and that is a Casey's General Store first down. Adam?
Great play call by John Allison, the offensive coordinator. Called a screen pass there, expected a heavy rush from Rochester. They got some blocks downfield. Great job by SHG.
So they will let time run down, I believe, here in the third quarter. And the Cyclones with a 26-14 lead over the Rochester Rockets. Both teams we've mentioned are undefeated, ranked number 1 and number 2 in their respective polls this week. And right now we'll go down to the sidelines. ABC News Channel 20's Brendan Pellerton. Brendan?
Guys, just trying to draw some attention to a fun game we're doing with the Illinois pork producers. Scott, can you tell me a little bit about Porkapalooza?
Porkapalooza, it's awesome, actually. It's a great game you can play on any smartphone that you have. All you got to do is text 43817. Got to text them the word pork. Play the fun little scratcher game on there. Get a chance to win some pork in association with the county market and the Illinois pork producers. Great playing all the way through the end of the month. Awesome play anytime throughout that entire month.
Sounds like fun. All right, thanks, Scott. Adam, Paul, back to you.
Thanks, Brendan, and we'll take a short timeout. Back with more CEFCU Friday Night Rivals presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Back with more from Cyclone Stadium in just a minute.